What's up guys, Twitchy here, back with another tutorial for ARK Server Manager. I guess this one's more of a public service announcement than a tutorial. Hopefully it'll be pretty quick and painless. We're just going to talk about a couple things. Not only we're going to talk about the settings in ARK Server Manager though, but as soon as we get done setting the settings in ARK Server Manager, I'm going to take you guys through the file structure. For those of you who are not using ARK Server Manager, I'll take you guys through the file structure and show you where these files are located. But for now, let's just go ahead and get started in this. The last tutorial I did was just a basic tutorial. I was getting ready to do the cluster tutorial today, and I was like, you know what? We need to go over this a little bit deeper, because I keep running into the same questions on the forums, whether it be the ARK website forum or the Steam forums for it. And that question is, how do I whitelist players? You know, how do I get rid of my password and whitelist players? And the answer to that question we're going to go over here in a second. First thing we're going to do is we're going to knock the password off the server that we set during the last tutorial. Alright, we're going to go ahead and change the max player count to 5 just because I have an easier time remembering it. So no password, no password. 5 total players can play. We're going to click save. So what does this do? This makes a server wide open and any of the players, anyone can join it, right? So 5 players could join, anyone can join. Thanks for coming out. Have a nice day. The server's wide open. But we don't want that, all right? We want to basically whitelist. We're going to call it whitelist. It's not whitelisting, so we're, you know, but the question in the forums is, how do I whitelist players? All right. So you come down here into server file details and you're like, hey, whitelist, right? There we go. Whitelisting, you know, we feel like when we say we want to whitelist a player, we feel like if we add somebody into this section by using their Steam ID 64, that should mean that they can join, but only they can join. Like, you'd have to have a list of every player and they can join the server, right? It's not how it works in ARK. ARK is a little bit different. So instead of using whitelisted, they are using something called exclusive join. So we're going to go over exclusive join here in a second, but let's just keep in touch with the whitelist for just right now. So I changed the player count to 5, right? The max player count. That means that 5 players can enter the server. Now I'm the administrator of the server. And what that means is I don't have to type in, you know, enable cheats in the password. It's already there. I can just get into the console and do things. But if there are 5 players, if I'm not here, and there are 5 players on the server, even though I'm the administrator, I wouldn't be able to get on that server because the max player count is 5, right? So 5 people are on, I'm number 6, I can't get on. So that's where whitelisting comes into play as far as ARK Server Manager goes, or ARK in general goes. Alright, so if I add myself to the whitelist, I click save, and 5 players are on the server, this means it doesn't matter that 5 players are on the server. I can still get in. So you could actually have 6 players on a max 5 player count server. Make sense? I know it's kind of, but that's basically what it means. Then that brings us to exclusive join. So right now, whoops. Right now, everybody in the world could join the server. Right? And we don't want that. We don't want them to just be able to see it and go into it. We want a place for our friends to play, right? So that's why we're looking at exclusive join versus passwords, is we don't want our friends to have to type in a password every time they get to the server. So this is where the exclusive join comes into play. Don't make the same mistake I made one time. Make sure that this box is checked. If that box is not checked, it doesn't matter what you put into this list, anybody's going to be able to join it. Right now, nobody should be able to join the server, right? Exclusive join is enabled. Nobody should be able to join the server except for no one, not even me. All right, so what we want to do is we want to add our players in, right? Exclusive join. Save that again. And now I'm the administrator. If the server was full, I'd be able to enter. And if there's no password set, the exclusive join would be me, so I'd be able to get in because it would recognize me. So this is really what you're looking for. When you're asking, how do I whitelist players in and get rid of my password, what you're looking for is enable exclusive join. All right. Now, that being said, there is, for those of you who are not using ARK Server Manager, in your command line argument, you need to put in the --exclusive join command into your command line argument. All right, so make sure that that's there if you're not using ARK Server Manager. If you're using ARK Server Manager, it puts it in there for you, okay? So as promised now, I'm going to go through, for those of you who aren't using ARK Server Manager. Whoops. All right, we'll get to that later. For those of you who aren't using ARK Server Manager, I want to show you guys where these files are actually located. So in your save directory, well, not your really save directory, but in your game directory, you want to go into shooter game. You want to go into binaries. And since we're dealing with Windows, we want to go to Win64. Now in this area, you will see some text files that were not previously there. Like these don't normally exist unless they've added them recently. So you'll want to make a text file called players exclusive join list.txt, players join no checklist.txt. And in those files, you want to put in your players Steam 64 ID, okay? So really in our case, the join no checklist isn't going to take into effect, but if you wanted to put your administrators into that, then that wouldn't be a bad idea if you're running like an open server with a player count. But since we're running a private server with exclusive join, we just want to make sure that the players get placed in here, and it's just their Steam 64 ID, enter Steam 64 ID, Steam 64 ID. All right, save it, you're good to go. So that's pretty much that one. Don't save. All right. The player, like I said, the player join no checklist basically is if the max player count's met, these people can get in on top of it. Okay. Now the admin one, allowed cheater Steam IDs.txt, which I really just wish they'd make it administrator because I feel so bad. But it's the same thing, right? Notepad. It's just player IDs. That is located in your shooter game save directory. All right, so shooter game, saved, and there's that file. All right, pretty self-explanatory. Well, guys, I hope you found this video helpful in trying to clear up some of the confusion between the whitelisting, the exclusive join, and the administrator files. I hope if you're not using ARK Server Manager, I hope it helped you actually locate those files. I mean, after I found the exclusive join command and found the file that I needed to make, it really didn't tell you where to put it. Like, everybody was like, put it in the same place as your, no check. And it's like, well, that doesn't really tell me the structure where it goes. So hopefully this video has helped you out with that. If you guys enjoyed the video or if you found it helpful, please consider giving me a little love on that like button, guys. If you'd like to check out some of my other playlists, I've been playing ARK and doing some seasons to ARK. If you guys want to check those out, it'd be greatly appreciated as well. Feel free to leave me some comments, guys, if there's something you'd like to see or something you'd like to know about ARK Server Manager or ARK Server Manager managing. If there's anything I can help you out with, I will do my best to do so. So, I hope you guys have a really good day, and I hope to see you next time.